So that's what Lord Krishna is trying to do. So what does Lord Krishna say here? Yesham samye. So what is Yesham samne stitah manaha? So for those whose mind, Yesham, mind, manaha, mind is manaha, whose minds are established in what? Equanimity. So what about them? Okay, equanimity. Then what? What have they got? Ihai Tairjita Sargo. So they have conquered. What did they conquer? Jita. Jita means what? Conquered. What did they conquer? Sargo. Sargo means they have conquered both birth and death. They have conquered the Sargo, conditions of birth and death. And then what happens? Nirdosham hi samam brahma. Nirdosham hi samam brahma. Nirdosham means they are flawless. No mistake. Flawless like whom? Flawless like Brahman. And Tasmad Brahmanite Stitaha. Therefore, where are they situated? They are already situated in that Brahman level. So we can also say they are liberated, they are free. So Lord Krishna is using the word Samye. Samye means to one who has got the equal vision. Last verse we did, right? Vidya Vinay Sampanne Brahmane Gavi Hastani. There also, he also sees same, right? Pandita Samadarshina. In the last verse, it was Samadarshina. Here it is Samye. Same he is using. Equal vision towards everyone. It's not that, oh, he is lower caste, higher caste, rich, poor, nothing. Same as Lord Krishna explained in previous verse also, right? So equality means what? Equality in vision means what? He is beyond. Beyond what? Like, dislike, I'm happy, I'm sad, I'm having pleasure. Oh, I'm so happy today. Oh, I'm having a lot of pain today. I'm so sad. Nothing. He's beyond all that. That is what Samye means. So Lord Krishna is telling over here to us that those who are able to do that, those who are able to cross that, those who are able to transcend that samsara of repeated birth and death, they will be able to get away from that. So as long as we are thinking, I am the body, this is my body, I have to take care, I and mine, I mine body, we will not, never will we get this equality of vision. Why? Because we are experiencing this, right? Desire. Then we are having, oh, I hate that. How could you have done that? This is not the way to, behave with me. I desire this. I want this for my body. So for bodily pleasures, we'll go to any length. And we don't want any kind of discomforts. I want to be in a very comfortable position. Sant and saints, they rise above all this. They are not, they are sitting in a gufa, they are sitting in a cave in Himalayas, and they are not bothered, cold, hot, they are having clothes or not having clothes, did they eat food, did they not eat food, they are beyond bodily conception, right? Why? And where is their mind? Manaha is absorbed in God. They have given up worldly attachments. So when one's mind is situated in God or divine consciousness, you can imagine attachment to this body or this bodily pleasures or this bodily pains. No, they will immediately transcend all this and they reach that state of equanimity, samye. So this equipoise or equanimity that comes because they have sacrificed. They have sacrificed this selfish bodily desires. They have gone beyond this. Then they become godlike, Brahman in their demeanor. Even Mahabharat, when you read that, it's written, Yona kamayate kinchit brahma bhuyaya kalpate. One who gives up the desire, he becomes like God. So we need to give up our desire. The moment we give up desire, see next time today, after today, you see after the class, have no expectation from anybody and have no desire. Oh, so and so has to bring dinner for me, or so and so has to cook for me. Then only I will eat. Stop having all that, and you see how happy you will feel because you're not worried about anything. Try that, giving up desire and giving up expectation. The moment you don't have any expectation, you feel very content, you feel very relaxed inside. The moment you have expectation, then you start having the mind starts working. He should have done that. I was expecting him to come and talk to me, but that person did not even look at me. How could he even get that? So much of ego he has, that goes on and on like a tape recorder. Stop having any expectation. You get up and go and talk. You will feel always Brahma Bhuyaya Kalpate. So now Lord is going to continue on the same theme, talking about the symptoms of a self-realized person, different qualities of a liberated soul. न प्रहृष्येत् प्रियं प्राप्य नोद्विजेत् प्राप्य च प्रियं स्थिरबुद्धिरसम्मूढो ब्रह्मविद् ब्रह्मणि स्थितः. Okay, so a person who neither rejoices upon achieving something pleasant nor laments upon obtaining something unpleasant, who is self-intelligent, who is unbewildered, and who knows the signs of God, is already situated in transcendence. These are the characteristics of a man of perfection. He knows what Brahman is. These are the symptoms. Lord Krishna is continuously telling us, he is describing these wonderful qualities of a person who is already in that platform, Brahman platform. And he's trying to, again, as I said, he's trying to make us very greedy. He wants us to, think, how can I get such good qualities? Like, how can I also be situated in on that platform? So Lord Krishna, what does he say? Na prihrishyet priyam prapya. So na prahrishyet means what? Hrishyet, person who does not rejoice. Hrishya. Hrishyati means harsh. Harsh means happiness. Who is not rejoicing? Prahrishyet, does not rejoice. When he gets prapya. Prapya means gets. Gets what? When he attains everything. Priyam. Priyam means something that you like. Priya. Priya means dear. Something pleasant, something that you like. Na udvijet. Na udvijet means he does not become agitated. When he does not become agitated, when he gets something. Now, for example, you get a lottery, you will be jumping. You will be jumping till there and coming down. You will stop talking to, low class people. You'll say, oh, I'm going to buy Benz and I'm going to buy a big house. I've won $2 million. Who are you? Like that will come. Whenever there is happiness, we go on that level. And whenever we are sad, we come down to I don't know which level. So here, this person, na udvije, even though he's having lot of pleasures, but he does not become agitated. When he gets, and whenever he does not rejoice when he gets happiness, and he does not get agitated when it is apriyam. Apriyam means not good. When it is very good, then also he is okay. When he is not good, then also he is okay. Same. So whenever apriyam is also there, not pleasant, he is same. So next, Lord Krishna is saying, sthira buddhir. He is self-intelligent. Sthira is steady. And then asammudho. He is not bewildered. He is not running, oh, why this happened? Why that happened? Like we human beings do. He is not on that level. He is not bewildered. Where is he? Brahmavit. He knows the signs of God. He knows about Krishna. Brahmani sthitaha. He is sthitaha. He is situated. Where? Brahman level. He is already there. So Lord Krishna is continuously telling us that whenever something very good is there, okay. Not good is there, still okay. So he is just like that. Na priyam, okay. Priya, okay. Sthira buddhir, very steady. Asammudho, Brahmavit. He knows about Krishna and he's sthita in Brahman. So he's already there. So this section of this verse, he's neither rejoicing in pleasure, nor lamenting, not crying whenever something is unpleasant. That's the highest state. If you reach that state, you can understand that you have naturally reached devotion towards God. And when does that happen? When we surrender our will to God. But the moment you surrender, you say, God, everything is yours. You take it. If you're doing good to me, okay. Not doing good to me, everything is yours. Surrender the will. And, and how in 17th verse, what did we see? That when we unite our will to the will of God, then both pain, pleasure, everything we can accept. Otherwise, we cannot accept. When we do not surrender to God, we cannot accept. That knowledge is what Lord Krishna is trying to bring to us. That understanding is what Lord Krishna is trying to bring to us. And the understanding that our self-interest is only one: surrender to God, give pleasure to God, do everything for God. Our life is for God. That knowledge will lead us to surrender our will to God. And when we do that, what will happen? We will be on that Brahman level, like other self-realized souls. Will be merged in that divine will, and then we will also develop that equanimity. Oh, but it's okay. I did not win, fine. I lost, okay. I won, okay. Then we will be able to accept both pleasure and pain as Lord's grace. That's it. So there's a story behind it. Like there used to be a wild horse. Once it ran into a farm. There was a farm, okay. So a horse ran into that farm. So people congratulated the farmer. They said, "Oh wow, good luck! You got that horse from somewhere. That horse came into your farm. So now you have a horse." He said, "Good luck, bad luck. Who knows? It's all will of God. All Bhagwan ki deh hai." Few days later, what happened? The horse ran away back into that forest from wherever he had come. We don't know where he came from. He just ran away into that wherever he had come from. Neighbors came, so, "Oh, such bad luck." He said, "Bad luck, good luck, who knows? It's all will of God. I don't know." Then some more days went by. Again, that horse returned. Now, this time, he returned with 20 more wild horses. Now, again, people started, "Oh, wow. Previously one only, now you have got 20 more. What stroke of good luck you have got." Again, that farmer was very wise farmer. Said, "What is good and bad? What is good? What is bad luck? What are you talking about? This is all what God wants." Then some days later, what happened? This farmer's son, what he did, he was riding the horse. The horses were wild, right? So when he was riding that horse, he fell off, because those are not tame horses, they are wild horses. So he fell off and broke his leg. People again came, "Oh, so bad. What is happening? Your son broke his bones. Such unpleasant things are happening to you." Again, he responded the same way. Pleasant, unpleasant. What are you talking about? It's all God's will. Whatever he wants, it will happen. Then again, some more days went by. This time, what happened? King's soldier came to that village, and they said, "I want all the young people in this village to come and join the army, because there is a war going on, and we want to recruit all the young people of this village. So we need people, and we need young people." Now, all the young men in the neighborhood had to go. They were taken away. Even if they wanted, they did not want, they had to go. But what happened to farmer's son? Because he broke his leg, he stayed back. So people were like, "Wow." Again, so this knowledge brings the understanding that, whatever we are doing, we are giving pleasure to God. Good, bad, whatever it is, God. We don't know what God wants us. He may be wanting something very good, but we don't know the purpose. We don't know the intention of God, and we start saying, cursing God. "Why, God, you are doing only to me? Why are you enemy to me only?" and all that. So what we need to do is surrender our will. The moment we surrender our will to God, we will be into that divine consciousness, and we will have that equanimity. We will be seeing everyone as equal. We will accept pain, pleasure, good, bad. It's God's will. That's it. So that is the symptom of a person who is situated in that Brahman or transcendence level. So let's see, Lord Krishna continues the same thing about the symptoms of the soul. So let's see, equanimity of mind. Bahya Parsheshwabhaksaktanam Vindyatatmani Yat Sukham Sabrahma Yoga Yuktatma Sukham Akshayam Ashnute. Such a liberated person is not attracted to material sense pleasure, but is always in trance, enjoying the pleasure within. In this way, the self-realized person enjoys unlimited happiness, for he concentrates completely or on the Supreme Lord. So what is Lord speaking about? The liberated person, self-realized person who has completely equanimity of mind. He says, Bahya Sparsheshwa Saktatma. So he is not attached. Bahya means outside. He is not attracted or he is not attached. Bahya Sparsheshwa. Sparsh means touch. So pleasure, material pleasure, sensual pleasure, he is not attracted to that outside things. Vindya Atmani Yat Sukham. Atmani. He is completely enjoying inside, within, Sukham. Atmani, Sukham Atmani. He is inside, within, he is very nicely Atmaram, enjoying himself within himself. He is enjoying the pleasure, whatever is happening inside. Sukham Ashnute, Sukham Akshaya Ashnute. Sukham Akshaya Ashnute means how is his pleasure? How is his Sukham? The Sukham is Akshaya. Akshay Patra we say, na? Unlimited. His pleasure is unlimited. He is within. He doesn't bother about anything. He is so happy within. Akshaya. And what happens then? Sabrahma Yoga Yuktatma. How is he able to, how come he is able to get this? Because Brahma Yoga Yukta Atma. He is Yukta. Yukta to what? Brahman, the person. He is connected to Supreme. He is focusing on Supreme. He is thinking about Supreme. He is concentrating on Supreme. He is completely on that. So, Bahya Sparsheshva Saktatma. He is not bothered about outside material pleasure. He is Atmani Yat Sukham. He is very happy within. Sabrahma Yoga Yuktatma. Why? Because he is connected to God. Sukham Akshaya Ashnute. That Sukham or the pleasure is Akshay. His pleasure is unlimited. That's what we understand with by this verse. So Lord Krishna is very nicely explaining, and Vedic scriptures also repeatedly has been telling us about this God who is an ocean of unlimited bliss. He is an ocean of unlimited bliss. Anando Brahmeti Vrajanat. No God to be completely blissful. Keval Anubhav Ananda Swarupa. Parmeshwaraha. Bhagavatam says that. Keval Anubhav Ananda Swarupa. He is Ananda Swarupa Parmeshwara. Parmeshwara is Ananda Swarup. He is pure bliss. Ananda Matra. Karapada Mukhodaradi. That's also God's mukha. Hand, feet, face, all. Everything. It's all blissful. Ananda, Matra, Kara, Pada, Mukhoda, Radi. Everything. Pada also, Mukhoda also, everything. So you can imagine how blissful he is. Jo Ananda Sindhu Sukharasi. Ramayana says God is an ocean. Sindhu. Sindhu means ocean. He is Ananda Sindhu. He is ocean. Ocean of bliss and happiness. Sukha. Sukharasi means happiness. So all these mantras, all these verses that we think about from other Bhagavatam and other Ramayana and other places, what is this emphasizing? What these scriptures are telling us? They are telling us that divine bliss, that's the nature of God's personality. God means blissful. God means Ananda Swarup. So the yogi who is absorbing his senses, who is thinking with his mind, intellect, senses, everything in God, he's absorbed in God, he also begins to feel that. He also begins to feel that infinite bliss, that God is infinite bliss. Because he is also surrendered his will to God, he also starts feeling that. And he can see God is seated within. He is able to experience that. So that's where what Lord Krishna is trying to tell us. We have to reach to that level. So now Lord Krishna will again talk about, why these sensual desires that we are getting. Why is it so bad? Why it's so foolish to run after sensual desires? Very, very, very strong statement will be coming from Krishna. And once we understand that shloka and properly, properly pay attention, then definitely it will make a great impact on us. Let's go to that one and see. But if you can see that here, even in the story of Haridas Thakur, we did in level 1, here also that lady is sent to him, prostitute. She tries to go and lure him into attract him. But Haridas Thakur was very patient, very quiet, very peaceful. He was Atmaram. He was Brahma Bhutaya Kalpati. He was completely in Brahma Bhuta stage. So he only transformed the prostitute, and prostitute became the Shishya or the disciple. That's the level. That's the effect of Brahma person who is in level Brahman level, or that self-realized soul. Haridas Thakur was a self-realized soul. He was on that different level only. So he was external things never mattered to him. So that's what was Haridas Thakur, and he transformed this prostitute, and she became his disciple and became a great disciple. Okay, so let's read this. Yehi samsparshaja bhogaha dukkayonaya evate adyantavantah kaunteya nateshu ramate buddhaha. Anyone wants to read the translation? You can raise your hand. Yes, Srihali Mataji, sure.
Hare Krishna Mataji. An intelligent person does not take part in the sources of misery, which are due to contact with the material senses. O son of Kunti, such pleasures have a beginning and an end, and so the wise man does not delight in them. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. So that's very nice, a very, very, very important shloka, and very, very impactful shloka. So what Lord Krishna is trying to say, he is speaking something very important to all of us. This shloka is very important for all of us. That is how abominable is sense pleasure, how bad sense pleasure is, how these actually, they give rise to different diseases within us. Not the physical disease, I'm talking about the mental diseases because of the desires. So what Lord Krishna is telling, yehi samsparshaja bhoga, the intelligent people, they understand that dukkayonaya evate, they don't want to get into all this dukkha. So the activities that are sources of dukkha, they don't want to get into that, the sources of misery or the dukkha. And they understand, that how these miseries have come. They know that. So samsparshaja bhoga means what? The enjoyment. Bhoga means enjoyment. Sparsh, touch, or whatever sensual pleasures on sensual platform. A person, he is enjoying whatever he does on a sensual platform, is using his senses, eyes, ears, nose, mouth. I want to eat rasgulla, I want to eat chaat, I want to go out, I want to see movie, or I want to hear maybe Hollywood, Tollywood, Bollywood, whatever music, or I want to smell only some different outside thing. So sensually, he is going out. So the enjoyment that person does on that sensual platform, he is using his senses. That is the problem. That's the root of miseries. That's the root of all the problems that we are facing. So the intelligent people, intelligent person, he understands. Adyantavantah kaunteya. Oh kaunteya, oh Arjuna, that intelligent person, he understands that such pleasures, these material pleasures, they have adi and anta. Means it has beginning and end. Adyantavanta means adi and anta. So it has beginning and start and or beginning or end. So nateshu ramate buddha. So buddha means he is very, very intelligent, that buddhi is there. So nateshu ramate. He is not going to take delight in them, because he knows, okay, the happiness has started, this happiness which has started will have ending also. I don't want to get into this. So this is a very, very strong verse. It talks about a person who is already on that elevated platform, or a self-realized person. He is not taking any delight in sensual pleasures. So they are true yogis. They are not attracted. They are not attracted by any. You tell them, oh, I've got a big palace, come and be here. No. Actually, true sannyasis, they don't stay anywhere for long period. So which are, because it causes, continuous these material existence, material desires, they want to not be on that level. So the more we get addicted to these material pleasures, again we are trapped, we are always trapped in this misery. The more moment we are attached to our son, our daughter, or father, or mother, or husband, or wife, the more we are attached, the more miseries we will get. You experience that or not, I don't know. That will happen. The more you are attached, the more misery, because you're expecting more from them. So you are miserable now. So material sense pleasures, they are all temporary. Keep it at your back of your mind. These are all pleasures are temporary, because body itself is temporary. Who knows? If I sleep tomorrow, if I sleep tonight, will I get up tomorrow or not? Who knows? Nobody knows the expiry date. Then, if the body itself is temporary, don't you think happiness is temporary? Why run after it? Why be in that Maya? So, the liberated soul, he is not interested. He is not interested in anything that is temporary, because Maya is going to say, come on, come on, come on, come on. I have got this. Let's enjoy this. Let's do this. Let's do that. And as soon as we start enjoying, what happens? We are trapped. So we will see some examples of what happens, when we cannot control our senses. So just like when we throw a tackle, we invite the fish. So as soon as the fish looks at it, oh wow, so nice. And fish is not knowing that it is losing its life. It's holding it with its mouth. It is trying to eat something. So what is that sense organ? By tongue. So it doesn't know that because it's doing that, it's going to lose its life now. That's how the fishermen, they put the tackle and the fish holds it. They throw the bait and fish holds it, and it's gone. They pull it out and it dies. So that's the sense of taste, right? Then the deer. Deers, they love hearing. By hearing they lose their life. Hunter, what he will do, he'll play a very nice flute music, and all of them will, come together to hear that. What will hunter do? Simple. He will trap them and take them away. So what happened to the deer? Deer also lost its life, right? Similarly, with male elephant. So male elephant, because of sexual attraction, what happens? This male elephant runs after the female. So these hunters, these people, what they do? They dig a big pit, and they make the female elephant walk in front, and then the male elephant will follow it, and then they will push the female elephant away, and the male elephant falls into the pit. And the moment it falls into the pit, it's trapped, gone, taken, shackled, and taken away. So you can imagine what happens, right? So next is the bumblebee. Bumblebee, what happens? It is going into that lotus flower. Oh, wow, so nice. Smelling that lotus flower. It gets trapped within the flower, and then also it loses its life. Similarly, there is moth also. You must have seen, whenever you switch on the light, there are fire moths which come. They get very, very attracted towards the fire. They are enticed by the fire. And they know if they touch that heat, it will fall down and die. Still they are going towards it. That's our condition, actually. That is what is happening when we cannot control our senses. We are going towards that. We know that is Maya. We know it is temporary. We are still going towards it and falling down. So this is just the example from the animal kingdom, whose one sense is only very active. But in our case, what happens? All our senses are very active. Eyes are active, nose is active, ears are active, tongue is active. We want to eat all the time, right? So what will be our position, right? It's like all these senses are pulling us from all different directions. Like one person's wife is pulling from all different directions. So I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. And where will I go, right? That's our position. So we're going mad. So eyes will want to see a beautiful girl, and then maybe if the ears might want to hear nice music, and go to a good restaurant, eat something very palatable, maybe spicy chaat. Tongue is dictating us. Tongue is telling what to do. We cannot control the tongue. Tongue will control us. Simple as that, right? It will drag us to a place, and we will eat something which is not desired. So that's our position. We are completely confused. We don't know what we are doing. Krishna is explaining so many times, but we still become servant of our senses, and we lose this opportunity of human life. This is only very, very precious. We don't know what life we are going to get next time. So the only way to get out of this is Krishna consciousness. because these senses, what they are going to do, they are going to create a lot of pleasure, sense pleasures, as soon as it comes in touch with the objects. So mind, what does it do? Uh, so nice. I'm getting lot of respect. Oh, I'm getting lot of praise. I'm getting lot of success. The mind is keeps telling like this. So all these pleasures, these bodily pleasures, mind pleasures, this is called bhog, material enjoyment. And such worldly pleasures, it will not satisfy the soul. Why? Why it cannot satisfy the soul, these material worldly pleasures? The reason is these worldly pleasures are temporary, finite. It's not infinite. So there will be a adya and anta, beginning and end. So we cannot, right? For example, we may feel very happy. Oh, I've become a millionaire. I've got won a lottery and I've become a millionaire. But the same millionaire, he will not be very happy when he will see a billionaire. Oh, hmm, if only I had 1 billion, I too would be very happy. So he's not satisfied with that million. He wants to be a billionaire because he has seen a billionaire now. But when you come to that God level, the bliss of God, that is infinite. There is no finite over there. It's infinite. So it is going to give us complete satisfaction. The more we get into this Sankirtan and chanting and all that, reading Bhagavad Gita and all, the more pleasure we'll get. And there will be no ending to reading Bhagavad Gita. Any number of times you read, you will get a new meaning out of it. So these worldly pleasures, they are temporary. Once they finish, what will happen? They again will give us a lot of sadness, misery, right? So, like for example, an alcoholic, he likes to drink. He wants to drink for the pleasure of drinking alcohol, maybe at night or whatever time. But next morning, what happens? There is a hangover, and it gives him splitting headache. He gets up with a headache. So he drank for the pleasure, but he got misery in the morning. Just see. But that bliss of God, when we are doing Sankirtan, Bhajan, Kirtan, we are reading Ashtakam, Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, it's eternal. The moment we attain that, it remains with us forever. That knowledge remains with us. Even if I die, these Bhagavad Gita shlokas will come with me. I don't know what I will be born as, but whatever I will be, these shlokas will, I will get it very quickly because I have been doing it. You all have been doing it, so you'll also get it very quickly. Worldly pleasures are not good. So we have to continuously try to get away from that. So when people, when they see new award, Academy Award, prize winning movie, or they are so happy. Oh wow, that's award winning movie. But if they have to see the movie a second time, for example, this is award winning movie, the friend comes and says, let's go and watch the second time. The joy is dropped. First time the joy you get, you won't get the second time. And if second friend again comes and he says, let's go the third time, what happens? You'll say, please, you give me any kind of punishment, but don't keep asking me to go to this watch the same movie again. So what has happened? The pleasure has decreased. That is what it is. Material pleasure is not, it won't increase like God's. So, it's called law of diminishing returns. But Lord, bliss of God is eternal. Chit, Sat Chit Anandaru, right? So eternal, ever fresh, all the time. So we can go on chanting the same divine name, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Day and night we keep chanting 16 rounds, 32 rounds. One Ekadashi, I chanted 108 rounds. But that goes on day and night, and you can keep relishing it. You get that devotional satisfaction. But anybody who is sensible, who is enjoying a delicious dessert, sweet dish, do you think he is willing to give it up and say, okay, I will eat the soil, the mud? Will he? No sensible person. I'm giving you gulab jamun and you say, no, I'll keep the gulab jamun, I'll eat some mud. No, you will not do that. So God's name is like gulab jamun, and mud is what we are doing. So the moment we start enjoying divine bliss, mind will slowly it will lose the taste for these material pleasures. Slowly, you won't even realize that you have lost the taste. So then, you will be completely having that faculty of discrimination. Okay, what is good, what is bad. So what is that? This is finite, this is temporary, this is, I should be sensible enough, I should restrain my senses. So after all this very clearly, so very important shloka, Lord Krishna is going to talk about that there is so much of tolerance, so much of tolerance that is needed. We need to resist, right? There will be sensual desires. Desires is going to be there in this world for sure. So much of tolerance is needed. I will need to resist that, right? These sense desires. And in case we succeed in doing that, what will that person get, right? So let's see in verse number 23. Is my connection okay? Am I audible?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes,
Audible.
Mataji.
Yes, Mataji, you are
Oh,
audible.
okay.
Loud and clear.
Thank you.
Yes, Mataji, audible.
So let's see verse number 23. Lust and anger are the greatest enemies. Shaknoti haiva yasodhum prak sharira vimokshanat kama krododbhavam vega sayukta sukhi naraha. Yes, who would like to read? Krishna Prasad Prabhuji, would you like to read?
Namaste, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Before giving up this present body, if one is able to tolerate the urges of the material senses and check the forces of desire and anger, he is well situated and is happy in this world. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So what Lord Krishna is very strongly is talking about, right? How a self-realized person, he is able to tolerate. Tolerate what? Tolerate the urge of this sensual desires, whatever material desires we're seeing. Oh, should we go to the movie? Should we go out to the restaurant, outside eating, meat eating, non-veg? All this, a devotee, a self-realized person, he is able to control all those urges, tolerate the urges of sense pleasures. So what is the incentive? You get the incentive, right? If you're working very hard in the office, you get bonus, you get increment, you get some incentive. Okay, if you can do this, you get a trip abroad. If you do this, you get double promotion, like that. So what is the incentive for tolerating all these sense pleasures? Okay, I'm tolerating. Then what? So here Lord Krishna is telling us. What is he saying? Prak. Prak means what? Before. So before what? Before what? Prak sharira vimokshanat. Before we give up this body, this sharira, before sharira is gone, vimokshanat, this sharir is gone. What happens? Present body is gone. Then someone can shaknoti haiva yasodhum. Before giving up the present body, if someone can shaknoti haiva yasodhum means what? If someone can tolerate. Tolerate what? Tolerate the urges. Urges of what? Material pleasures, material senses, material desires. And check it. Check means control. Check what? Check what? Kama, krodot, bhavam, vega. If we can check these forces of kama, kama means desire. Krodha, if we can urge, we can control the urge to become very, very angry or anything. Such person will be what? Sayukta. He will become completely situated on that transcendental level of that platform. He's Sayukta. He is completely happy in this world. Very happy. Sayukta sukhi naraha. So what will he get by tolerating the urges of sensual pleasures? Suppose I tolerate it. Suppose I have controlled it. So what is the incentive I am getting? I'll be happy. Otherwise, there's always a beginning and an end to the happiness. Adyanta, Vanta. Adi and Anta is there. For any kind of happiness, there is Adi and Anta. But here, if I am able to control this, so what is the incentive I will be getting? I'll be eternally happy. There is no Adi and Anta for this one. So that is what everyone is searching for, right? Everyone wants to be happy. If I ask you, what do you want? I want to be happy. I want to get this, then I will be happy. If I get a car, I will be happy. If I get a house, I will be happy. If I get promotion, I'll be happy. If I get a child, I'll be happy. If my child goes to USA, I'll be happy. So everybody is looking for happiness. So permanent happiness, God is giving us the incentive. He's telling us what the incentive is if we are able to control. We are able to control the urge for these material sensual pleasures. Same thing Lord Krishna is offering over here. If one wants to progress on the path of self-realization, what do you have to do? Control the urge, the forces of material senses. That's the first qualification, preliminary qualification. When you are doing IIT or something, you have preliminary prelims, then you have then a next exam, then next exam. Even in interviews, you have many like Google and Facebook. If you go, you have many seven rounds of interviews are there. So this is the preliminary qualification, that we have to control the forces of it. Now I think you will understand why gurus keep telling us, see, stop non-veg, follow all the 4 regulative principles. You have to chant these many rounds. You have to read Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam. You should not be doing this. Why? Now we will understand that because this is the preliminary qualification. Basic. This is the basic in spiritual path. That is why we have been asked to do that. Because we have got this human body. And this human body means golden opportunity. Simple. Golden opportunity for who? The soul. Body is the vehicle, but the driver, the soul. Soul has to reach the supreme God, the supreme goal of God realization. And we have got, God has given us this faculty of discrimination. We are not robots. We are not machines. God has given us the discrimination. Has given us the independent will. So we should see, we should try to understand this is right, this is wrong. Sometimes it is very difficult. It is so tempting. Friends are calling, people are calling, relatives are calling, children are calling, parents are telling. Everybody is saying, what are you doing? Come on, this what miserable condition you are sitting and chanting. Come on, get up and. But we have our discriminatory power. We should use that, exercise that, and restrain. Restrain are the impulse of whatever desire we are getting, whatever anger. Sometimes you get very angry. We want to say something. Zip your lip. My formula is zip your lip. Whenever you have your anger, you are getting that because we are human beings. You have to zip your lip. Stay there for 10 minutes. Your mood will change. Then means you are elevated. Slowly you are moving up. Then what happens at one point of time, anger is gone. Slowly that becomes your habit. That becomes your nature. You become completely Atmaram. So see, calm is what? Lust. But in this verse, what calm means? All kinds of desires, whether it is bodily desires or mental desires or whatever it is, for material pleasure. So when sometimes, when the mind does not get what we want, it turns into anger. For example, you want something from your friend and that friend is not giving it to you. You get very angry inside. Maybe you may not show, but you become very angry because you are wanting something from that friend. Maybe you want that friend to come to you, or you want the friend to give something to you, or you have asked for some money from that friend and friend is not giving, whatever it is. So these urges, this desire, the urges of desire and anger, very powerful. It's like, strong current of a river, that powerful it is. So, I think you must have experienced this. So animals also, they get these kind of urges overall, but they do not have this discriminatory power like human beings. We have that discriminatory power. Okay, I should control. I should not get angry. I should not desire. This is waste. This is temporary. That is what. And that is why Lord Krishna is using the word sodhum, means to withstand, tolerate. Sodhum. So this verse is, what is it telling us? What do we learn from this verse? Every verse is teaching us something. So here this verse is telling us, please control, withstand the urges of desire and whatever anger also, kama and krodha, both the vega, the urge to get kama and krodha, stop, withstand it. Sometimes, we restrain the urges of the mind out of sometimes embarrassment. We start and we just restrain it, like if a youth is a young man is sitting at the airport and there is a beautiful girl who's coming and sitting by his side, what happens? Mind is desiring, oh, I want to look at her. Maybe, I want to talk to her. or maybe I want to become friends to her. That mind is telling to that man, that young person. But the intellect, what is it telling? No, 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 don't that. Thappad khana hai kya? Maybe she will slap me. This improper behavior. If I keep looking at her, if I stare at her, or if I talk to her, she may think wrong way. She may think I'm being very, impolite. It might be improper behavior. So he will use his intellect. It can happen that the girl may even slap. So in order to avoid that embarrassment, he will restrain himself. So there is a possibility of restraining, right? So Lord Krishna is here asking Arjuna also, restrain your mind out of embarrassment, fear, apprehension, whatever. Use your discriminatory power, Arjuna. Whatever knowledge I'm giving, use that knowledge and try to discriminate. So how to do that? So the next question that comes to our mind, okay, we have to, restrain. But how? Because this chanchalam himana Krishna brahmati balavatridam. So Arjuna is telling it's so chanchal. It will come to chapter 6 next. So it's very stubborn. It's very difficult to check the mind. As soon as there is a thought, one thought comes, I want to enjoy this. There is a gulab jamun lying there. I want to eat that. The mind will keep going over there only. So what we need to do, the thought of enjoying a material pleasure, it comes to the mind. We should bring the knowledge to that intellect, that these are the sources of this game. The gulab jamun is just a small example, just like that. But there are bigger things. We have to understand that it has an adi and an an. So the moment we understand that, like Srimad Bhagavatam, we can see on the screen also, it says, what does it read? Nayam deho deha bhajan indriloke. Kashtan kaman arhate vid bhujam ye. Tapo divyam putraka yena sattvam. Shuddhyega yasmad brahma saukhyam tvanantam. This is what Bhagavatam says. In human form, what happens is, we should not run after maybe the sensual pleasures. It's always there. It's these sensual pleasures are there for animals also, who are eating the pigs, the hogs. They're eating the excreta. They're eating all the rubbish, right? It's sensual pleasures are for them also. They are there. So what do we have to do? Bhagavatam says we have to practice. Practice what? Tapasya, austerity. We need to purify our heart. Intention is very important. And then try to enjoy this infinite, unlimited bliss of God. Even Bhagavatam is telling us. So the opportunity is there. We have this discriminatory power. We need to practice, use it, because we can only and only use it as long as we are in this human body. Because the moment we become a pig or a cow or a horse or a donkey, we cannot use it. They don't have. Only human beings have the privilege of having the discriminatory power. So we will be able to check two things. What are the two things we need to check? Desire, kama, and krodha. So while living, if we can control that, we become a yogi. We move up. We become a self-realized soul. Because lust and anger are the greatest enemies. Desire and anger are the greatest enemies. So the moment a person tastes the divine bliss inside and becomes Atmaram, then he becomes eternally happy, not just temporarily happy. So this opportunity that we are getting to practice discrimination, we should not let go of it. And the moment such people, become, we have to start thinking, are we on the right path? Every day, night, before you go to bed, just sit quietly for 1 minute. Am I doing the right thing? Did I do the right thing today? Was I running after sensual pleasures? Was I running after desire? Was I very angry at someone? How much of expectation I was having? Was I able to restrain something? Did I do my chanting well? All that. We have to wait, think, pause, and reflect. So after talking all this about karma and krodha, Lord Krishna is again going to emphasize, he'll keep emphasizing on the point of pleasure in spiritual realization. He's trying to tell us, right? But before that, let's see the summary of how long do I have to tolerate pushing the senses? Until one must tolerate the urge. Until the death of this body, we have to keep tolerating the urges of the senses. So where can we get the strength? How to tolerate? We have to focus. Focus on what? Happiness, activities, goals, inwards. We have to go within. So what do? He engages in purifying his external activities by working for the benefit of others. Then you will get liberation. So we have to control our senses. So let's see the 24th one also. Yontas sukhontara ramaha tathanta jyotirevayah sayogi brahma nirvanam brahma bhutodhigacchati. Yes, please, Pratima Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. One whose happiness is within, who is active and rejoices within, and whose aim is inward, is actually the perfect mystic. He is liberated in the Supreme, and ultimately he attains the Supreme. Hare Krishna.
Very nice, Loka, this one is. Because Lord Krishna has been speaking about pleasure, right? One gets in spiritual realization, how happy he feels, eternally happy inside. So he is attaining that higher state of Krishna consciousness. So that is why Lord Krishna starts this verse with Yaha. Yaha means one, the one. Who? An Anta Sukhon, Sukha. Antar is Sukha. He is very happy with Antar. Antar means inside. Within he is very happy. Antar Aramaha. He is very nicely sitting inside and is very active and is rejoicing within. He doesn't care what is happening outside. Tatha Antara Jyotir Evayaha. So what is happening? This one he is going inward. Tatha Antar. Antar means inside. Jyoti. He is having a lot of light within. He is completely inward. His aim is to go inward. His aim is to go within. So what happens? Such a person, Sayogi, such a person, that kind of a yogi, he is what? Brahma Nirvanam. Brahma Nirvanam, he is situated on that Brahman level, supreme level. He is completely liberated in supreme. Brahma Bhuta Bhutodhi Gachati. Brahma Bhuta Adi Gachati. Such a person will go where? Gachati means go. He will attain. What will he attain? Brahma Bhuta means supreme destination. Brahma Bhuta, that Brahman level he will get. So on one side, it said how he is enjoying, how he is happy within. He is relishing that. And on the other side, there is a destination also waiting for him. He will attain that Brahma Bhuta, the Gachati, that inner light, Jyoti. That's the divine knowledge. And the moment he experiences that Jyoti, the inner light, he experiences that knowledge, he goes within. And that he's so happy because he's getting the grace of God, the mercy of God. And when will we get the mercy of God? When we surrender to him. The moment we surrender, just leave everything to him, and you see how you will feel. So when one is in the state of samadhi, these yogis, their intellect is completely filled with the realization of truth, infinite bliss. So this is what Lord Krishna is instructing Arjuna. He's, after instructing this, how you need to withstand, control the impulses of desire, kama and krodha and anger. Lord Krishna is going to reveal something very confidential of how we can practice this, how to practice this restraint, how we can control. That is why the word, yonto sukho, it means one who is very internally, antaha sukha. He is very, very happy internally. So see, there is one kind of happiness that we are getting from outside, right? Okay, I have gone outside, I have bought a car, so I'm very happy. Externally, that kind of happiness. And then, there is another kind of happiness that we experience within. When we are absorbed in the mind of God, we are not thinking about, there is always, I think each and every one goes through this experience. For 1 second at least, you will get that peace. And you're just sitting, not thinking anything. You're absorbed. And that kind of happiness comes within. And if we do not experience happiness within, what will happen? We will not be able to resist permanently resist this external temptations that we get. But the moment that bliss of God starts flowing in within our heart, then what happens? We can feel that we become very sthira buddhi. The buddhi becomes very stable, and we have that discriminatory power also. Then we will understand, okay, these external pleasures are fleeting pleasures. It is coming, it has adi, it has anta, it is going, it is small, it is insignificant, it's a trivial, it doesn't matter, it is not important in my life compared to what I am feeling within my heart. Then you will be able to renounce. That's what here we can see on the screen. Saint Yamunacharya, he had stated, yada vidhi vadhi mama cheta Krishna padara vinde nava nava rasa dhaman, what is that? Dhamanudhyata rantum asi. He said that tadavadi bata nari sangame smaryamane bhavati mukha vikarah shushtu nishtivanam cha. Means here he is talking about the women. He is talking that the moment I have been thinking about you, God, the moment I have been meditating upon the lotus feet of your padara vinde, the moment I have been focusing on the padara vinde, the lotus feet of the Lord, I've been experiencing something different. I'm experiencing something, lot of bliss within my heart, and if by chance sometimes, I'm getting this thought of this, the women or sexual pleasures or something, that is, whenever it comes to my mind, I spit it. I don't like it. And I will spit it. I don't like it. I put my lips and curl my lips in distaste. I don't like it anymore. That's what Saint Yamunacharya, because he has reached that level. After reaching that level, same way, So that's what Saint Yamunacharya says. Let's see the flow chart also, and how Krishna is going to keep talking about the symptoms of such people who are trying to seek, in spirit, not matter, who is trying to go towards divine knowledge. Okay, quickly we'll see verse 23, 24, and then we will stop for today. Okay, why to tolerate? We have to practice because we want to control, because one gives up the material body and we need to go towards the spiritual path, right? So for that, we need to do that. And then next is, what is the duty? If we are going on to become a transcendentalist, what is the duty? We need to control what? Desire and anger. Why we need to control? Because otherwise we'll keep getting more desires. It will never get satisfied. And that if it doesn't get satisfied, we'll become very angry. And then what will happen? The mind, eyes, chest, everything will become very agitated and will be angry very much. So what should we do? Patiently tolerate the urge for the material senses. These are the duties. Then how to tolerate the urges? We need to get higher taste. What is that higher taste? We need to chant, we need to Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Padasevanam. All those 9 devotional processes. Then what will happen? We'll reach the Brahma Bhuta stage. And then what is that? We will be enjoying within, experience within. And then we no longer are interested in any kind of external happiness. So the forces of senses are what? Speech, anger, mind, stomach, tongue, genitals, right? So when our thought, our mind, our words, our actions, everything, they are completely engaged in the service of Lord, like Ambarish Maharaj, then we will attain that perfect stage of realization. Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna. And that stage is called Brahma Bhuta stage. So I will end over here today. Pancha kalpata rubhyashta kripa sindhubhya irja patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Koti Vaishnava. So thank you so much.